What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to touch on the remarks of Deontay Wilder. I wasn't going to do this. That's why, I normally would have already done it, but I guess I just, give you my insight on it. Deontay Wilder, I get what he's trying to do. He's kind of a nonchalant guy. He wants to unify the belts. Um, so what I think he's doing is, I think that he's playing the role of the villain, you know, and by doing that, you say shit like, "I want to eat your kids," or, "I want to eat your heart," "I want a body in the ring." You say stuff like that to promote the image of a villain. Like you know, that's what you want to show to the general public, So I get it. The platform is laid out rather. But Deontay Wilder, he needs to understand that you had people that said stuff like that. You had people that actually killed people and liked the shit. Max Baer, heavyweight champion of the world at one point in the 40s and 50s. He bagged two bodies. Okay. He killed two dudes in the ring. All right. But, back then you could say stuff like that. You didn't have stuff like politically correct then. You didn't have stuff like decimation of character. You didn't have things like that. You didn't have all these laws set to the side where, you could say something and your mouth couldn't get you in trouble like that. As far as a sport, Deontay Wilder, I don't know if he knows that you already had a fighter that died or whatever, but nonetheless, he said what he said, and I think he said what he said to promote the fight, to promote his image, to promote the villain. I don't think it was just, "Oh, I want a body," unless he's just that way, Now, if he's just a gangster and he likes to just do like shit like that, and that's in his, personality, that's him. But needless to say, the WBC is investigating. So they're talking about giving him like a fine or a penalty. But I'm thinking like, well, what really can they do to him unless he actually does something? Now, the messed up part about it is, let's say he says what he said. That's been on record on the Breakfast Club. That's one of the top radio stations on YouTube, right? And, so it's been reported from what he said. And he went on record saying that he goes in there and kills somebody in the ring. And it might not have even been intentional, like he said. Because again, this could all be hype, like I think it is. But if it's not, and he does kill somebody, he hurts them and damages them and stuff like that, it could be like premeditated, like, man, you had full knowledge of what you wanted to do when you brought your ass in the ring, so you don't want to get in trouble like that, because a lot of times these days alone, you can say stuff that can get you in trouble. Across the board. I don't care what it is. The fans won't like it, but I see the angle. If the fans don't like Deontay Wilder, they're going to love to hate him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the angle with Deontay Wilder, because he doesn't have the fan base like Anthony Joshua. That's the guy that he wants to fight. Okay, Anthony Joshua is reviewed as, the good guy, the role model, the guy about unity, right? Deontay Wilder, he's promoting the direct opposite, like Pacquiao Mayweather, like Floyd Patterson, Sonny Liston. That's what it mostly reminds me of, because Sonny Liston wasn't a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? He worked for the mob. He beat people's ass for employment. Okay, he was the muscle, all right, behind the mob a lot of times. He's the dude that comes to break your legs. Floyd Patterson was the guy that was reviewed. He was the all-American heavyweight, go-to stereotypical black, do as you're told kind of champion. Go to church on Sundays, help the old ladies across the street. That's what type of person he was. That's Anthony Joshua now. Deontay Wilder is Sonny Liston. So I get what's going on. But Deontay Wilder just has to be careful because, The things he goes on record to say versus the way he does. Prime example, Pritchard Cologne, right? Pritchard Cologne is a freaking vegetable. He's in a vegetable state right now. Poor guy, because he got hit behind the head, got dizzy, got brain bleeding, and he went into a coma. And now that's where he's at. Okay, now, what is Deontay Wilder known for? If I noticed anything about Deontay Wilder, he swings wild, right? And all of his punches, and I know he hurt his hand by punching people wrong, but the way he hits someone, he hits them behind the head because he loops his punch and he swings them wild. He doesn't throw those punches correctly a lot of times, like he did Ortiz. I've been telling people, he hits the dude behind the head. You do that to the wrong person with some soft brain tissue back there, that same thing could happen to that particular person that he gets in the ring with. He hits like a mule anyway, you know, so if you hit a person where you don't supposed to hit them as a foul, yeah, you can be in a lot of trouble. Okay. So, you know, let's just put that out there and you know, and make that known, because he does hit people behind the head. So that's a possible accident ready to happen by itself. So, you know, Deontay Wilder just needs to be careful on what he says, you know, but again, he has the WBC under his ass. I don't know really what they'll do and really what, you know, what the extent of it is, but you know, it is what it is. But my guess, he's been the villain or whatever, and Anthony Joshua, of course, is the hero. So, but anyway, you guys tell me what you think about it, because, you know, again, I wasn't gonna do it, but you know, it's worth talking about. It's definitely news. So, but anyway, this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. You guys been counterpunched. Please subscribe. Peace.